But first, are you tired of your money going to big tech companies with First Amendment issues like Amazon, Google, or Apple? Well, check out Free Speech Alternatives, conservativeeconomy.com/gun owners radio. You can shop electronics, home goods, office products, and something you won't find on Amazon, guns. And there's a lot more. When you shop at Conservative Economy, you also help Gun Owners Radio. Just go to conservativeeconomy.com/gun owners radio. That's conservativeeconomy.com/gun owners radio. All right, in studio guest, David Smith. How you doing, bud?
Great. How you doing?
Living the dream, my friend. Living the dream.
Now, you and Amy know each other, right? You didn't just meet on the air here.
No.
How do you guys know each other?
That's my fiance. We've been together a couple of years.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Okay, now when you do talk, just turn towards the mic. There you go.
So
don't look at him. He's not worth looking at.
You don't want to look at me.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a face for radio.
Yes, he does.
So you guys are both competitive shooters.
Yes.
And we were just talking about how you guys travel all over and do 3-gun different competitions.
Correct.
So talk to us about Parkinson's. What exactly is Parkinson's?
Well, Parkinson's is a degenerative disease of the brain. Just lack of dopamine is what it is, and so through the lack of dopamine, too little dopamine you shake, and too much cause a little bit other issues. So there's a fine balance between the two, and
so that hence your nickname Shakey Dave.
yes, I'm the shakiest guy you'll ever meet. So, not unstable.
And the Parkinson Institute, they're working feverishly to try to rectify this issue because, from what I understand, it doesn't have anything to do with your mental cognitivity. I can't even say the word. I mean, you can still function through life. I mean, heck, you can shoot, for goodness sake. You can hold jobs, but I think the shakiness is what kind of makes people feel uncomfortable.
Well, the Parkinson's is known as the shaky disease, but it has so much more, internal things
Sure.
and things going on that, nobody, it's famous for being a shaky disease of the elderly. But, I got it when I was 38, I believe. And
Was it like you woke up one morning and all of a sudden?
Started with a twitch. My trigger finger actually was a twitchy finger. And it just, they said, oh, yeah, it's just going to.
And you just thought you were getting better.
I thought I had nerve damage.
Oh.
And so then, within a year, it was all the way through my body, in the parts of the brain that control my feet, my head, my jaw, both hands, arms. It was virtually every muscle group. So.
Right. Does shooting make it go away?
Because,
I hear a lot of times people that have Parkinson, either they play a piano or
Yes.
they sing or they play an instrument.
Yes.
It seems to like it's a concentration thing and it just kind of makes it all go away.
Right. It was the focus of that, but it's also, I believed that it was, and I still believe that the dopamine raise after a shooting or handling something you're familiar with or maybe you like or enjoy, that dopamine dump is, the natural dopamine that you can't get out of a bottle.
Right. Yeah.
So that's.
So the only time you get what we would call a normal dose is when you're doing something like music or shooting or whatever the case may be.
Right. And all the other therapies that I tried was not really working.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had left was, shooting.
Yeah.
So that's.
Because they don't even know. After all these years of people dealing with Parkinson, because correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't affect everybody the same way.
No. We're all like, just like snowflakes as far as they.
I knew you were going to say that.
I
knew you were going to say that.
But yeah, that's what they all say. So.
Yeah.
But everybody's different. And, I've been around enough Parkinson's people to see what they go through and, what I go through. And it's
So being Shaky
different.
Dave, you're probably a pretty good shot, is what you're kind of telling me on the side here.
Well,
We're not going to brag.
I just shoot. That's what I do. I'm a trigger
Okay.
puller, and I love it.
Take a trophy home every once in a while. No big deal.
It's just shooting in general. It's me against myself, and against the Parkinsons.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to beat it as much as it's trying to beat me. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys compete against each other? Is it competitive when you guys?
We're both really competitive, so.
As she pushes him away
I know.
from the
She's like-
mic.
Let me
she's
move
like-
out of the way.
She's like, it's not really a competition, Mike.
It's
Look, she
interesting.
just took the mic away from him.
No, I just.
I'll
sometimes-
handle this.
Sometimes I try not to speak for Dave, but I know we've talked about this, and he's okay with me jumping in. We've been together about 2.5 years now, and I didn't know anything about Parkinson's when I first met Dave, and so I've really had to learn, do the research myself and learn a lot. And a lot of people think that with Parkinson's, it's a physical disease, but it's neurological. Mm-hmm. And everything Dave said is true. But he's being really humble. He actually went to Sweden. When was it? 2 years ago for he competed for the USPSA at the World Rifle Match in 2019. Was it?
Yeah, I think
So he's a great ambassador for
Well,
the
you
sport.
knew he was humble. You could tell he was humble.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, he's not giving himself enough credit, but he's a great shot, and he obviously is doing this with with a handicap, and
Yeah.
he doesn't ever ask to be in a handicap or in a disabled division, if you will. He competes with regular able-bodied shooters, and he can hold his own.
But I can tell you, Dave, you need to be more outspoken for the Parkinson community, because until they see something that you're doing, they're lost. They just don't think they can do anything.
And that is our me and Amy, our passion with the Parkinson's community and other neurological conditions.
Right.
With shooting, I was homebound at one time, and I'm always telling I'm just a few steps away from being back there. Having bad days is more common as you go through this disease, but getting out and doing something that's empowering in itself.
Exactly.
And so showing people the tools you can do that with, and expressing how you can, whether it's a bad day or not, you can still get out there and dry fire in the in your living room, or you can get out and get to the range and do whatever you want.
Sound like Joe Jamisi. He dry fires more than anything, right?
Used to, but we're coming back.
Oh, that's because they're letting you. That's why.
Is there something, some special considerations or special things you have to do in order to compete, or do you have to rearrange your firearm or your technique or to accommodate, or how does that work?
Well, for me personally, with my condition, I'm just a little slower, and it's more about, look, I'm never going to be on the podium with people that are super fast. So the speed aspect of it all goes out the window when I have my planning, to get ready for a match or get ready for a day of shooting. That doesn't come into play, but other things like I like red dots and optics, and that makes life a little easier. But no assistive devices, for me, except sometimes I have sometimes you might see me in a walker, wheelchair, or scooter, and then sometimes I'm standing on my own. So.
When you go to these matches, are there any? Do they discriminate because you have Parkinson, or how?
No, really, the community as a whole, as far as shooting in whatever discipline you're shooting in, is very inviting and helpful.
That's awesome.
And I've had people tie my shoes when I couldn't do that. Help me load mags when I can't really do it.
The gun community is the best community.
They
are. Just the best people in the world, period.
Just we met on the range and at a shooting match, and she never looked at me any different. So I think that's the gun family that we all enjoy. And
well, I got to tell you, we're sitting here talking, and I don't see you any different than anybody else, except that you're really excited to be sitting next to her. That's how I take it.
How do you stay motivated?
Look, I have a lot of goals, and whether it's shooting or family, whatever it is, and you just have to get out and do what you want and what you believe in.
Yeah. You
and
only
what
got
you
one
enjoy.
life. You only got one.
I mean, I just want to be like everybody else and have a family and
Sure.
and shoot guns when I want.
Yeah. Have you thought about, to stay motivated, have you thought about marrying a drill instructor?
I have, and promises that we'll always have a bed made. Marine Corps,
Yeah.
they're strong on bed making. So
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. So.
Nobody could bounce a quarter higher than he.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.